All right. Connection looks good. No drop frames. I think we can get started. We are going to continue our futile quest to get, what's it called? Hercular's Rod. Let me make sure I still have the quest for it. Because that would be the saddest thing of all. Stone tokens. Those mobs are still pretty high level. Yeah. Alright. I don't know, we'll try. The drop rate is very low. It's 4%, something like that. We'll try maybe 15 to 20 mobs, and if it doesn't drop, I think we're just going to give up on that one. It's one of the most frustrating quests in the game. If you don't count all the quests that require a group. And don't even... Oh, he's dead. I'll res him. I don't think it's a very far run, though. But yeah, drop rate is like 4%. It's one of the few quests I remember every time I play this game or level a new character. Just because of how frustrating it is. We just hit level 22. We spent all our talent points. I think I need to... What's my first date look like? Oh yeah, I'm capped, so I think I need to buy a book. You can't just go to the trainer. I think the vendor might actually be over in Hammerfall. Resist. Why don't I see? Okay, there it is. My damage is pretty sad, really. Still need to find a better weapon. This axe really isn't gonna do it. Or at least it's not worth all the time it'll take to level axes. Stop moving. So let's see, that's what, we'll say that's 5 I've done so far. I'll do at least 20. And if I don't get the drop by then, it wasn't meant to be. At that point, I may just get more stubborn, though, and refuse to quit. Which is the wrong thing to do. Going in. Yeah, that patrol is coming. I think we've got a little time before these respawn. But I'm gonna pull them out just in case. Oh, that's a long patrol. He will turn around eventually, though. Uh-oh, he's mad. Wow, it says it's a 4% drop, but I really think sometimes it's lower than that. Maybe it was... Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe it said it's a 2% drop. Good luck to you. Muff muff. She's a paladin, she'll be fine. Yeah. Unbelievable. Okay. It's dodge. I think we're up to 12, something like that. Can check back out here, see if the respawns have started. Yeah. Meat cleaver is not what I was looking for. It doesn't even do more damage than my hammer. Yeah. This quest is old, so I may not get any experience for it. I'll still turn it in anyway, eventually. Try to get all my food in one place. I wonder if she already got the rod. Well, it's probably a horde-only quest, so... But I'm sure they have something that takes them in that cave. Well, at least I got a wand that has no stats whatsoever. Brilliant. I don't know, did they ever add auto wands to Classic? I think so. Before they eventually took it away again in the expansions. I wonder why they did that. Probably because people never ran out of mana anymore. It's a thing of the past. Resist, come on. Alright, if I go over to Arathi, it's almost better to just walk over. That patrol hasn't respawned yet. Would help if I were swinging. Oh, there's a patrol. This could be dicey. I'm not gonna have a lot of mana. Unless I take that mob down much faster. Alright. I got a feeling this is the one. He's coming right to me. He's gonna have the rod. Miss. Very. Swing and a miss. Unbelievable. Okay, we really are gonna give up now. I think I hit 20. And that doesn't even account the 50 or 60 I probably killed last stream. With no quest item drop. Which I knew that was the deal going in, but still, I'm a little surprised. Hello, Druid. Alright, we're gonna run back to Terran Mill real quick. And we'll just head over to Arathi. play with some ogres. Maybe we won't do that one though. Level 36. Which probably means there are some level 38s around. Okay. Sorry, I need to take a quick break. I'll be right back. that. That was longer than I expected. And good morning, Chaos and Chill. Thank you for lurking. Hope you've been doing well. Long time no see. I'll head over to... Okay, I lied. I'm gonna do one more round of Yetis. And then when the rod doesn't drop, we'll go over to... Actually... when the rod doesn't drop, we'll go over to Arathi, but I need to buy some more mana regen.
Be quick about your business.
Be quick about your business. Alright, that should last us a while. I've actually been keeping track of how many of these I farmed without getting the drop. That's a good start. Right off the bat, a resist. Okay. That's nice, dropped. Amazing. When you finally give up, the item will drop. Our long national nightmare is over. So I think this does lead to another quest, but requires you to run into South Shore. So it's a bit of a suicide mission. Which I don't think I'm gonna do. I think you probably get PvP flagged as well.
I'm listening.
Have you recovered the rod yet? You found it. Most excellent. Wants me to go back into that cave. Further. I think. Some cave. Yeah. Drive the rod into Helcular's grave in South Shore, the heavily guarded human town to the south.
Trust no one.
I'm just curious. Let's check Wowhead and see what it says about this. Because I don't think I've ever completed the quest. Uh, Revenge. Let's see if Questy will help us. Okay. Yeah, so we've seen two of the flames. Not sure about where that one is. What I'm really curious about, though, is if it requires actually running into the middle of South Shore and getting one-shotted by guards. Okay, Lara's grave is surrounded by guards, so watch out. There's a whole essay here. If you're trying to do this on the new classic WoW, the river approach doesn't work. The guards will always aggro you no matter how you approach the graveyard. Instead, you just have to run into the graveyard and die, and then corpse run back and do it quickly before the guards kill you again. Try to die as close to the gravestone as you can. Quest is not doable without dying. Alright, well that sounds like a lot of fun, so we'll try it. Feel like I gotta do it once in my lifetime. But clearly this is a kind of thing in hardcore I think you wouldn't even attempt. Unless you're just really a glutton for punishment. I have to say, I do hate quests where they have you farm. Well, this is a prime example. Make you farm 1,000,000 of these things to get the quest item, then they make you come back to do this other part where you have to touch those flames or whatever. So it's like you farm 100 of these, get your quest item, you finally think you're done and never have to come back to this place, but in fact you do. But at least this guy's farming, so I'll have fewer mobs to kill to get to where I need to go. Very warlock-like. I think it's safe. There is a patrol there, so gotta watch out for that. Just go in the water. Doesn't look, yeah, should be fine. Gonna wait for that patrol to move on, though. Can't tell if I'm gonna be in range or not. Oh, that was a mistake. Just not paying attention. All right, up to the mountains. What's with the lag surges? I don't think I'm getting any. Oh, he's level 32. Whistly Whisker, level 32. Okay, I think I can do this. How is Snow Yeti gonna be resistant to fire? Frost I would understand, but Winter Spite, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to pick that. Go ahead. Clear this area out a little bit. Want to have an escape route if needed. T53. Yeah, I might have to start buying the more expensive water soon. Even as an enhancement shaman. I really do no damage to these things. Oh, perfect. Gonna let him finish that. Is he summoning something? Yeah, he is. I can't really help him here with a level 37, but I'll pretend I can. Uh, South Shore. So my question now is, okay, I don't have to go back and turn this in. I can just go straight to South Shore. Right around there. So yeah, we'll approach from the river and just get as close as we can before we die. That's what Wowhead seems to indicate is the best strategy. Yeah, they're all... Jeez. I can't tell what level they are, but they're definitely high. I want that Mage Royal. Fine. Yeah, their aggro range is going to be huge. I want to at least get eyes on the graveyard. Wow, I've already aggroed one. They're gonna one-shot me. Yeah. No? Maybe not. Incredible. Alright, so we're gonna have to potentially die 2 times to get there. I should have just run in. Actually, now that I'm dead, I can just go and see where it actually is before I respawn. Really surprised I didn't get one shot though. Maybe they're not level 60, maybe they're like 50 or 55. That aggro range was huge though, so it's hard to say. Okay. Interesting. I... Yeah, that one will probably aggro. Or that one, depending on what path I take. Yeah. Yeah, the aggro range is too big. But I'm pretty sure I can get it this time. Quests like this are kind of dumb, though. I'm not sure how you would expect to achieve this without dying. Or without being so high level that this quest is gray. Anyway, we'll get it and be done with it. And it looks like as long as I don't fight back in any way, I don't get flagged for PvP. Not that it really matters. Maybe I can... But I'll try... I'll complete the quest and then see if I can astral recall before aggroing anybody. I have risen. Actually, a little curious to see what he does. Maybe he does nothing. Alright, well that's truly satisfying. Wait, where do I turn this in though? Oh, it already gave me the XP. Okay. When I touched the headstone, it completed the quest. I was clicking through the pop-up fast before they could kill me again. Alright, I will be right back. Just gonna get some more coffee. Okay. Death Guard isn't messing around. Always gotta reactivate your bind abilities after you die in Classic. Now it persists through death, but not back in the day. I'm gonna assume he doesn't want this life root. Well, apparently I don't either, because it's red. Yeah, we're almost halfway to 33. Say it was not really worth the time to farm for the rod, but this level there's not a whole lot to really do. Because I was too low for Stranglethorn. All of that is still orange. Which means some of the mobs are going to be red. Did most of Thousand Needles. Most of Thousand Needles I can do solo anyway. And Desolace is fine now, but at level 30 it would have been a bit much. And I'm okay with Desolace. I actually kind of like it as a zone, but it's really just big and empty, so it takes a long time to get anywhere. So, pretty boring for most people. And like most areas in this game, you can find a quest that you think is appropriate for your level, but it's surrounded by higher level mobs. There's probably someplace in Desolate you can find like level 40 mobs. Alright, I need ogres and enforcers. The enforcers might be in the cave. And I actually hit kind of hard. Or maybe it just takes me too long to kill them. Alright. Gonna go around to the other side. There is a quest for some of these trolls, but I don't know if it's these or the ones down in the southeast. Yeah, unfortunately, I think we gotta go into the cave to get the enforcers. Dodge. Resist. Oh, he is one level higher than I am. At least they don't run away when they get to low health. So that would not be good when we go in the cave. Alright. What you doing, man? Those mobs are too low for you. Right. Using totems in here is risky. I think it's still necessary. Come on now. Yeah, this is probably gonna end with me dying at least once. Since that other guy was in here, stuff is gonna respawn. Maybe right on top of me. They actually hit pretty hard, and they're dodging a lot of my abilities. Uh, I'll crush you. Yeah, we gotta respawn behind us. It's okay. Oh. Resist again. Jesus. Oh, okay, I'm dead. I can at least get this. No, that's it. Bye, world. Probably not too many ways to avoid that. I mean, I knew stuff was going to be respawning, so I could have run back out to the entrance, but then you're just kind of playing the waiting game. But we've got 4 of 10 at least, so once we're done with the enforcers, we can stay out of that cave. Until we inevitably get a quest that tells us to go back in to the very end of it. Let's see if there's a safe place to respawn. Not looking good. I, did I really leave that unlooted? The path that Ogre took was a little strange. I mean, the one that came and killed me. It must have been this patrol, because I don't think it could have been that guy. And I don't see any emote that indicates they called for help, so. Yeah, they have a demoralizing shout, but it wasn't a call for help. Oh, come on now. This is just the game we're gonna play now. I'm gonna have to use a mana pot. Think kind of carefully about what I want to do. Solo Cop, that's a good name. Fortunately, since he's come in, that means can't farm those closer to the entrance. Definitely pull this guy back there, though. think something right around there will respawn soon. Or not. Let's see, is this an ogre or an enforcer? An ogre. Yes. Alright. Wow, he's wrecking me. Oh, he's level 34. It's to be expected. This area should be respawning soon, so just gonna go out and farm some ogres, and then we'll come back. Yeah, level 34. Okay, so I might be able to do some of these other quests. Clearly there's some stuff in this zone that's too high level for me right now, though. I will crush you. Just one more. Maybe that patrol. Oh. Get out of here, mage. That's unfortunate. Alright, we'll go back to doing the ogres. The stuff in there is definitely gonna respawn, but I don't know when. Very dangerous. Oh. Though we gotta be careful. Some stuff out here may come up too. Okay, grab one more of these on our way out. Damn. All right. We'll turn this in, see if there's anything else that's level appropriate. And before we leave, try and figure out if this is where we can upgrade our first aid past 150. Because right now we're capped. Oh no. Alright. Better to aggro the raptor than that guard. He'll be okay. He's got no mana though. That mage's name is Beer Wizard. What exactly does a beer wizard do? Hammer may fall. So you think you're strong enough to help Hammer fall? So be it.
Go forth to victory. Dabu. What you want?
Level 37. No, thank you. 34. 34 we can do. Yeah, most of the trolls we need are down here.
Loktar. Strength.
Eder. Bisienia. Later.
Raising spirits. Raptor eyes. Okay. Foul magics.
Okie dokie.
Wow. Okay, so these are all the raptor eyes, but where?
Elomon.
Foul
See ya
magics.
later.
To the west at Northfold Manor. I don't know where that is. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Check out first aid real quick. I don't think it's. There is eventually a quest you do here.
Forsaken.
But that may be runecloth bandages or um, maybe even mage weave. Uh,
Stay.
all right, we're just gonna look at Wowhead. Wow, classic. Actually, we'll Google it past 150. So you need the book Expert First Aid under wraps. Oh, we've got to go to Dustwallow Marsh. So for Alliance, it is sold by someone in Arathi Highlands, but for Horde, it's Dustwallow Marsh. Truly makes no sense.
Victory.
Because you can easily be maxed at 150. Well, actually, okay. I thought Dustwallow Marsh was a bit higher level than it actually is. Anyway, we'll do that another time. Probably off stream. It'll take a while to get there. Be right back. We can go farm some raptor eyes and the trolls down here. I think these mobs are a bit of a pain because you've got casters who are hard to leash, and then the axe throwers, as the name implies, will just try and throw axes. So they just want to stand still. Which, if you're trying to pull them from, you know, a nearby mob, is not ideal. Spiders everywhere. Oh. Mob density is a little out of control. Alright, we need Exors, Headhunters, and Witch Doctors. Activate Fine Herbs. Yeah, see, they just want to throw stuff. Come on. And they run away. Number one of these is kind of annoying to get. As in more rare than the others. I don't think it's the axe throwers. Maybe the witch doctors? We'll find out soon enough. Level's 35. Come on now. I hate this game sometimes. That is also level 35. But I think the headhunters are the annoying ones because they look like the axe throwers, but they're not. Yeah, we'll give it a try. Stamina reduced by 18. That's not great. Alright. Not terrible, but requires a lot of resources. So maybe I'd be better off just farming raptors for a bit. Although those are level 34. It's not actually the raptors that are the problem, it's all these additional mobs I'm gonna pick up. I need to restomp. Well, he dropped everything but an eye. Well, you know, we're getting pretty close to level 40, but we got a long way to go in terms of having enough gold for our mount. And we'll just use Ghost Wolf until we have level 60. Citrus pizza. Ugh. Level 38, I think we'll leave him alone. Just trying to get this part of the map to fill in. Level 37, no thank you. Yeah, I think we should come back to this zone later. There's just too much foolishness about. Alright, finally. What I can do is... Don't throw a web on me, please. Well, some of the raptors closer to Hammerfall are lower level. Although that one's 34, and this one is 30, which really just makes a lot of sense. No, he's level 30. What am I saying? Quest is level 34. Reading is fundamental. Reading is fundamental. That's 2. A lot of cooking ingredients. But I don't have a lot of space in the bank. If I spend money on cooking, then it's gonna be even longer before I can get my mount. This is the unfortunate trade-off you have to make in this game. One of many, really. Well, 38. One nice thing about those mobs is that they drop water. I think you have to farm them for some quests, but I don't remember which one. It has some, I think it has something to do with the princess is trapped. But these, I think, like the mobs down in Thousand Needles, actually hit pretty hard, so it's not something I'll be doing until I get higher level. Much higher level. Resist. Yeah, you have to farm these and the wind elementals, and I think there are fire and earth elementals as well. Durs, where are you? Interesting guild name. It's a good one. It's level 26. I only accept invites from level 60s. Nice, and the Barons. Yeah, so the drop rate on the eyes isn't super high, but I prefer a quest like this where you need like 10 of something, and the drop rate is like 50%, versus that quest where we just were in Terran Mill and we needed one rod, but the drop rate was like 40%. I'd rather have to farm 40 mobs this way than 40 mobs that way. Because there's just too much RNG when it comes down to one item and the drop rate is low. Because you know, with the 4% drop rate, after farming 12 of those things, I should have had a 48% chance to have got my quest item. But between the last stream and this stream, I'm pretty sure I farmed at least 50 and didn't get the rod until after that. Which is you know, not actually that. It's not good luck, but it's not really bad luck either that it took that many mobs. I mean, it's kind of bad luck, but it's not horribly bad luck. Let's see, what do we got? So these are only 552. With these eyes, at least, you know, you're kind of making some progress. Six to 10. Some King's Blood's too high level for me. Alright. He is not red, so. The buzzard's gonna path back this way, I think. Just drop that real quick. Alright. Still need 4 eyes, but I think I'm gonna call it for now. There's some stuff I should do off stream, like, well, he's an elite and he's got an escort. There's some stuff I should do off stream, like I'll go get the first aid guide so I can start making silk bandages and not be capped, and need to update my spells since I'm level 32 now, but there's going to be a lot of travel time involved, so not too interesting to stream that. But anyway, that'll be it for now. Have a lovely Saturday and a good weekend.
Strength and honor for the Horde.